Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Andrew Stott, I'm the Emperor of Stomaria, and today we're continuing our series on how to start a micronation by discussing micronational alliances. So once a micronation has been established, what normally happens is that they come up with a name, they come up with the flag, they come up with the form of government that they want to work under, and then they realise that there's actually some work involved. And when this happens, the the immediate response, I find, is that they think that they can progress or advance or develop if they start to formally associate with other micronations. So, there's a certain logic to it in the sense that, if you build up a relationship and build ties with more well-established micronations, they might be able to help you or guide you, or you might be able to learn something from them. But this idea of going out onto Reddit or Twitter or Discord or Facebook or whatever else and just basically spamming micronation after micronation, do you want to be my ally? Do you want to be my ally? Do you want to be my ally? I remember in an interview that I did a long while ago now about micronations, I described it as micronationalists collecting alliances like Pokemon cards. You got to catch them all. It's one of those things. It's one of those things that I think is unnecessary, frankly. You can talk with and associate with micronations without having an alliance with them. That's certainly what we do. Stomaria has always had a very informal, but nonetheless very selective process when it comes to who we affiliate with. And I think the bottom line is that you need to have a tangible benefit or a reason to formally affiliate with another micronation. And those micronations have to fulfill certain criteria, because a lot of the issues stem from the fact that you might have an alliance with 100 micronations over the course of a few months or a year or however long. And then you quickly realize, because of the nature of micronations and micronationalists, that half, if not more, of the micronations you've allied yourself, allied with or aligned yourselves with in some form, have dissolved, gone defunct, have changed their name, changed their flag, have changed their form of government. I mean, it can be quite a quagmire, frankly, and I'm sure some of the better established micronations out there, if you are a bit more accepting of micronational alliances, a bit more, trying to think of the word, a bit more accommodating, I suppose, a bit more welcoming, probably do find that I would say over half of the micronational alliances that they've formed are probably are now with micronations that fit the previous description, either defunct or something completely different. So that's something to think about. But for Stomaria, we have strict criteria in the sense that we have to have a meeting, like a face-to-face meeting with the micronational leader in question. We have to have a tangible benefit for establishing a relation in the first place. So, for example, with the Kingdom of Wayward, obviously visited there dozens and dozens of times by this point. We have we traded silver for their agricultural produce. We've recently purchased chickens from them, and they're looking after the chickens for the moment. There's a real tie there. There's a real link between us. As an example, and Micronations, they do contact us quite regularly about establishing an alliance, but these are Micronations that are normally outside of the British Isles, and this makes it a lot more difficult to justify a formal alliance, in the sense that trading with another Micronation that's outside of the UK's borders, especially since Brexit, is a lot more challenging, because obviously we can't send produce or precious metals or anything like that for trade or barter or whatever you might want to call it, without incurring enormous custom charges. So it's not practical on a long-term basis. Certainly it's something we have to insist on as almost like a token gesture, to say we are allying with you, or we are recognising you, or we are having a declaration of friendship with you because X, Y, and Z. There has to be a reason. There has to be a point to it. And so that is, I think that is probably the bare basics of a micronational alliance. You don't need to have 100 allies to be important or recognised. It won't actually help you develop as a micronation. You need to do that yourself. You can't rely on others to carry you. So if you think that allying with better established micronations is some way to gain some sort of prestige, or if they think they're going to help you develop in terms of your agricultural industry, or some form of your economy, or if you're going to be designing your flags or whatever else, it's you need to do it yourself. I mean, this is what micronationalism is. It's quite a there is a community, but unless you pull your own weight, your micronation will not develop very far or very well. You need to put in time and effort yourself to do it, because no one else is going to spend the time and energy to develop your micronation in addition to their own. So again, that's just something to think about going forward. So not a very long video today, but there isn't much to say about it, to be honest. I mean, micronational alliances, they have their place, but just be a bit picky, be a bit choosy. Just select the ones that are going to benefit you, or you think will be mutually beneficial, and just run with that. Don't go looking, cap in hand for every alliance that you can get your hands on, because at the end of the day, it's going to be it'll cause you more problems than it will benefits. Of that, I'm quite confident. So if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to give it a like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll catch you in the next one.